Hey guys, welcome back to the Kaiyo cast. It is episode 24. We have. Wait, where does it get? Wait. Ooh, ooh. Oh,
Oh, I'm sorry. Is that my cue?
oh.
Should I come back later?
Yeah,
Come back
come in the frame. Come in the frame.
Okay.
No.
Okay. So this is okay.
Yeah, it's your cues. Welcome back. How have you been, V?
Good. I've been good. I'm trying to remember when the last time we recorded was.
That was a pretty.
Sometime last year.
Yeah.
6 months, 7 months. What is?
Oh
time
no, it was
anymore?
like a while ago.
I turned 31 last week. My birthday was last week, so.
Wait, your birthday was last
I'm
week.
old. Yeah, I'm old.
You're not old, 31? The hell? No. I'm
31?
No, what? No, I'm calling Timber and Cal out right now. They're like 30 and they say they're old. That's not old.
I'm
Like,
not hip with the youth anymore. I don't know what the kids say.
No, all the Gen Alphas be saying, yo, we on them skibbity fucking Rizzler shit. I'm like, hey, yo, nah, get me out of there. No, fuck the Gen Alphas, bro, nah.
Respect to people who do, but I do not have and will never have a TikTok. I don't get it.
Don't like TikTok. I'm already trapped on the YouTube Shorts and Instagram other stuff. Like, I cannot have TikTok.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if anything, maybe YouTube Shorts, but like, the short form content, how it's
so bad. People's attention
Poisoning
spans
our
went from
brains
this
might be a
to
stretch,
this.
but-
What's your thoughts on like long form content kind of coming back though? Like it kind of is though.
So I'm the type who will thoroughly watch and/or listen to like a 4.5-hour video essay on why Fallout New Vegas is the best game ever. But I don't know. I feel like it's like short form content is junk food. It's very much junk food. It's short, it's easy to digest, but it's not filling or satisfying. Long form content will always have its value. I remember when Valve put out a statement years ago, something along the lines of, oh, well, we're not going to make a single player blockbuster games because there's no more money to be made there. And then you have like Skyrim, Fallout 4, major first person solo titles that aren't, multiplayer or microtransaction filled nonsense. People want like a good story, a good video full of long content. They want to learn something. They want to grow an experience, be it through video or video games or whatnot. I don't think that's ever going to go away.
Also with like shows in general, like other things, like people are just looking for good anime, good stories, good movies. Like it's kind of the same thing with that. Like a lot of people, like I'd say it's a lot. Okay, calling the younger generation out, but like it's a lot of the younger generation, like the Gen Alphas, the really late Gen Z people. Or like kind of like their attention spans are just shot. Short form content, like I'm just gonna click on this, I'm gonna doom scroll Twitter or something. It's like no, like I can't do that.
Right, our dopamine receptors are just so addicting to get that rush, to scratch that itch. One of my roommates had a turn of phrase at one point. She said, like, the first thing you wake up in the morning, like when you wake up in the morning, the first thing you grab is whatever you like co-regulate with. And so we went around the house like, all right, what's the first thing you do in the morning? Grab my phone and scroll Twitter, grab my phone and scroll Twitter, grab my phone and scroll Twitter.
Oh, it's so bad. Like I've finally gotten out of the habit of like, first thing you wake up and it's like, oh, check YouTube Studio, check how my videos are doing, or just check, like, it's so bad. It's such a bad thing to like just check stats, check Twitter, or just check social media. It's like really not good.
Especially like first thing, because then that sets the tone for the rest of your day, right?
Oh
like,
yeah.
Well, I saw, or you like, oh, my stats aren't up to snuff, or oh, I saw this horrible thing, and now the rest of the day is just shot.
Yeah, it's kind of thrown off its rails.
Brewing a recipe for success.
Like I've been seeing some crazy stuff on Twitter. Like I want to talk about this real quick. Oh my god! Like just like I forget who I follow on Twitter. I just barely look at it. I mean, I look at Brad's Twitter sometime for like some VR stuff or stuff he posts, or like Vrchat posts some, or like VR news, or like even what Tizzy posts. But like for the most part, I'm just like scrolling through Twitter for like 10 minutes. The most I can scroll Instagram or Twitter for like 10 minutes. It's like I don't even understand how people could scroll for hours on Twitter or Instagram. Like maybe YouTube Shorts I can understand a little bit, because like if it's like if the algorithm is somewhat a little good for YouTube Shorts, it's around the same thing of like, oh, this video was good, and then you scroll and it's like, oh, this one's pretty good, and then you kind of get in a little bit of a rhythm, and it gets a little bad, and then next time you realize you're there for 30 minutes and you got trapped in a YouTube Shorts thing.
Yeah, 30 minutes or an
Yeah.
hour. And you think about it, it's like, especially something like Twitter, you look at it like, well, their incentive is for you to stay on there as long as possible because that's how they sell ads and make money. So
I feel like it's much
however
worse,
they can keep you
though.
addicted to it.
You know, with those. Like, it's much harder to get someone addicted to looking at photos or other things on Twitter or Instagram. I could never spend more than 10 minutes on there, which is good, I think. Like, I don't... Sometimes when I'm scrolling Twitter for, like, for 5 minutes, I'm like, oh my god, what the fuck? It's like the most weirdest art or just weirdest images, and I'm like, this is why I don't go on Twitter. I'm like, what is this? I'm like, what the fuck?
Another phrase we have around my household is the difference between respect and appreciate. So like the ability to like generate short form content and figure out what works on these like short form platforms like TikTok and Twitter and whatnot. I respect it because it does take like talent and hard work to make this type of content. I respect it. I don't necessarily appreciate it.
Oh
Like,
yeah, to an extent, it is an art form.
It's like respecting game, yeah.
Yeah.
Respect the game, but that's not my thing, kind of thing.
Oh no, I totally get what you're saying. Like with the fact of like with any form of content or any form of art and everything, it is an art form. Like I've found certain types of short form content that I like are more highly edited, fast paced type videos, or just like not too long of content, but just like most of my shorts are VTuber clips. That's why I get trapped a little bit, because like there's some pretty good clips sometimes, and it's like some of the best. Some of the best ones are Bean Benrose or Reen Penrose. Oh my gosh, she's so funny. Or he's so. Oh my god. Oh my the IKEA shark memes on there. Oh no.
And there's something to be said for like being able to tap into and harness, like make a viral meme, like tap into the moment, tap into the. I feel like I've used this in the previous episode, but like cultural zeitgeist, the vibes, the current vibe of the environment, tap into it and make something that like a lot of people engage with and enjoy. There's something to be said for that. That's like, wow, it's really cool that you were able to do that. But
It's really difficult to make memes.
at what cost?
People really don't like. It's pretty difficult to create like a good meme nowadays, because I feel like people's meme perspective are just like general things on jokes and a lot of internet stuff. Like you have to be more careful with certain things that you say, especially on Twitter. Like cancel culture is just bad. You know, it's oh my god, it's so bad. Like don't spend time on Twitter. Really, don't spend time on Twitter. It's not fucking worth it.
I deleted my personal Twitter. I keep one for work because my work environment is mostly on Twitter, but outside,
Other than connections and just checking up on VR news and everything, like I said, 5 minutes max. Like,
but with memes, it's like lightning in a bottle, right? To capture the in thing and get your
Yeah.
your flash of fame.
like Twitter, I literally call Twitter the app literally when you want to go complain about something. For real. Like half the time I'm scrolling through Twitter and it's just VTubers screaming about the most random shit. And I'm like, what the f is this? Why are people arguing about the most pointless shit? And it's like, what the f or I'm gonna say it, or half Twitter is literally just horny VTuber art. I'm like, what the fuck is this? What is Twitter? I'm like, bro.
Clickbait, it's outrage or something so outlandish, and it gets clicks and views, and then it pays. Supposedly, I hear mixed reports on like how much people actually get paid through Twitter engagement. There's like a cliff where you have to really go, like really hit hard before it starts paying off. But I don't know. Not my thing. Not particularly my interest.
Going kind of off that with kind of social media stuff and just general kind of like content creation things, like you've been recording and kind of like or like filming and stuff for the academy classes. How's that been? That experience, like doing all that?
Good. I don't handle a lot of the recording, but I do streaming.
Of course.
And it's interesting learning about the different platforms, mechanisms, what works to stream. I handle Discord streaming, and then trying to tackle like the unique, not necessarily challenges, but components for those platforms that okay, for example, a bunch of people in a Discord classroom and they're watching a stream through Vrchat. Oftentimes people will like try and engage and raise their hand to like they want to speak in Discord, not knowing that the Vrchat can't hear them. So we've been trying to think about different ways of like routing audio and piping in communication through these various platforms. Did I ever mention the Oracle project that we did? We had a panel at the Trans Academy recently, hosting a film director for an upcoming, I believe, short film. I don't think it's a feature-length film. But
yeah, I saw something about that. I was at work.
Well, okay, so we had a film director and the inspiration for the project, and we were interviewing them. These people have MacBooks. They have no idea what VR. They had no idea what VR is. They had no equipment to handle VR or do any of that.
They're like, "What the hell is this?"
Well, yeah. I spent like hours trying to walk through getting one of them to set up a Steam account. That's its own issue. Steam has problems with captchas.
God. Oh no, not the Steam account set. Oh no.
I wrote a whole guide on how to do it, and just to make sure it was dummy proof, I went through it myself. I deleted my, not erased, but like logged out of my Steam account and tried to make a new one, and it was a pain. That aside, we were trying to figure out like, these are two people who can't be in Vrchat. How do we get them in? And so what
because both of them needed to be there for the thing. Yeah.
We wanted to give them like a physical presence in VR.
Yeah.
So what my team lead 1B and I decided to do was something we called the Oracle project. She and I were puppeting two Vrchat puppet accounts, and we basically isolated all sound except the person that was speaking. And so we took their audio through Discord and routed it through our Vrchat microphones.
Wait, that's actually kind of cool.
We had a little fun playing around with experimentation, but you can do that, like route separate audio through an application, what it thinks is the microphone, and then basically like you're physically pantomiming as someone else is speaking for you. There's a lot of fun possibilities with that, audio routing and stuff, and I had to play more with it. But yeah, trying to all the different ways of like routing communication and connecting people on these different platforms. Kind of going back to the classes thing, like it'd be nice if I could just like, someone wants to speak, type their audio through my mouth and they can ask the question directly themselves instead of me having to like paraphrase or...
Oh yeah, like it'd be way better for them to talk while kind of like getting past all the other stuff.
Yeah, exactly. But
so, with the classes and everything,
I might test that out at different classes. But
oh yeah.
Anyways,
here's the thing though. With the classes, I feel like my friend Dani we pitched this idea to Tilly a little while ago. She wants to do a business class, so there's probably going to be a business class at the academy, which is going to be pretty cool. I'll probably go to that. It seems pretty cool. I've been pitching an idea of 3 other class ideas that I thought would be really good for the community. Video editing, like a beginner and like an advanced course, and then like a VR workshop class, which I thought would be great for like individual classes, like each one's different on like, oh, how to build your slime trackers, how to build DIY slimes, how to set up iTracked VR for Vrchat, Quest Pro, avatars, how to do custom avatars.
Specific.
Yeah, like one-off specific stuff for classes. Every class is different. It's like, oh, like how to mod a VR headset, how to... Like, it's not like a continuation of like how some of the other classes work. Each of them's like an individual, like, oh, I want to go to this VR tech course class, this one, because I want to learn how to build slime trackers, or yeah.
It's a broad topic, and then you can have enough where you can rotate them out every so often.
Oh yeah,
I like that. I like that idea a lot. I know, it's one of those, like, the Academy wants to extend its reach beyond just VR.
Oh,
and
yeah.
So there are classes like people have offered, like a makeup class or other things that are
broaden the horizons of just learning, teaching more people skills.
But one of those is the trade-off of, obviously there are some things where VR is more of a hindrance, practically speaking, to teach a class, you know, say makeup or something.
That would be a little bit difficult.
Or whatever.
You know, because like if I'm thinking of a makeup class, it's like, one, how would we do that in Vrchat when we're all wearing VR headsets? We would probably have to do that in Discord, because how are we going to do that in Vrchat? It's like, that one would be a little odd to do and to execute.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, in the works, lots of discussion to be had. I remember too. I remember we recorded, circling back to, because I was like, when did we last record? It had to have been June or July, because it was before I became a staff member at the Academy.
Oh yeah, you became staff a month after we recorded. So it's been a while.
Give or take.
August. Oh no, you've been staff for a while now. You were the second ever VR episode, which is pretty much a couple months out from now, almost a year ago. So a while ago now.
Almost oh god, it's been a whole year.
That's crazy.
Oh, long time.
That's crazy. Time went by so quick. Oh my god, like actually, I've almost technically been doing just the podcasting in VR for a full year now. I'm like, what? I mean, also the whole new idea with the Trans Academy series that I'm doing with the first season is gonna have 8 episodes, and pitching the idea to Tizzy, I was like, we getting more people like that are more experts on VR than other people like that know a lot about VR or slime trackers or specific things, like people from the community that want to help out with the class, for example, like want to teach face tracking, like we can get the person that kind of founded and did like VRC face tracking, right, for avatars and other stuff, or just people from the community that would probably want to help out, like even Thrillseeker, Fia, we could have a Bradley guest, you know, just other guests per class or for even the co-host the show. I thought would be great.
Sure.
Yeah.
Industry, what would you call them? Professionals, experts, people
Industry
who are in the know
professionals
enough to...
that are also players of the game, I would say, because the whole class thing that was kind of advertised for the academy, like the more stuff is like we provide more classes now with industry professionals, which is kind of what Tizzy was putting out there.
Or maybe for VR, like industry enthusiasts. I'm not sure.
I feel like we should say industry enthusiasts, because professionals, I feel like there's a lot of people that are enthusiasts but not really professionals. Because that's you know, like I should feel like we should use a little bit of a more broader term than professional. I'd say enthusiast would be better.
I was wanting to ask a question, kind of big gear shift topics.
Oh yeah.
You talked about Twitter and trolling, and one of the things you mentioned was art, like seeing bizarre or weird art.
Yeah.
Possibly spicy topic, but I'm curious what your thoughts are on like AI tools and AI art.
Oh, we're getting into this juicy okay.
I have some opinions.
Yeah, okay.
But I'm curious.
It's a little questionable, you know. I'm like, it's kind of getting a little creepy to where it's like really good to a certain extent, but I feel like to an extent AI won't replace art even, because it's, you know, art is an art form. Even of like, I say AI has also gotten to the point of where, have you heard this? There's been stories and like rumors it's been for a while now, but AI could edit a full movie, full short film, full movie, just AI. And then only one person would go through that and clean it up, and it's done. It's gotten good on that front, so certain AI is probably good tools for some things, but in specific for art, personally don't approve, because I feel like artists really work hard on their work, very unique art and very some spicy topics for certain artwork, which I won't mention because this is a PG-13 show, but you know,
well,
like
on Twitter, so
I mean, like there's some spicy stuff out there. I'm like, what the hell,
yeah, as someone who I do a lot of, one of my roommates and I do a good bit of AI tool exploration, be it large language models like ChatGPT or diffusion models for art too. I definitely, like you mentioned, like using them as tools, right? Like Photoshop.
Yeah,
like
tools is better, I feel like, than actually just entirely using AI for stuff. You know, like half the Gen Alphas nowadays are using ChatGPT to help them on their fucking English homework, right? Like, God.
Yeah. I don't know. That's a separate conversation of like, when are we going to have the AIs replace teachers type of thing, teaching our students, but
that dystopian. Like, I'd say not for a while, you know, like really not for, like, there's also a bunch of concepts with like a bunch of shows I've seen, or even like just a bunch of concepts and interesting concepts of what would happen, or what if this were to happen, or what if we had AI do this, or what if even that we had cybernetic parts like cyberpunk, or, you know, it's like there's so much interesting concepts that could possibly be a thing that's very interesting to get on about.
The transhumanist point at my banner Q is very much techno-optimist, might not be the best term, but like, well, we can make this technology work. It is better to grow alongside it and use it as tools to help instead of trying to hinder it or get worried about it.
Working alongside AI and helping it, like, I feel like grow in a way too, but it's also like people in general, just like people don't like change. I think everyone knows this, but the fact that like all the older people are gonna be gone in like 20 years, guys, we're fine. Guys, we're fine. Like, come on, guys, we're fine. Guys,
Age longevity research would like a word. Anyways.
I mean, anyway, it's like the topic of like general age and people with certain view. It's really the common view of like having an open mindset versus a closed mindset, and a lot of people have an open mindset and a lot of people have a closed mindset, and it's like you really gotta be more open to new stuff. Like, people aren't though.
Shifting gears slightly back to AI art, because I'm very on the fence. I definitely understand the stance of stealing art because copying creative works without giving credit. I know there are models that like try and use public domain stuff, so it's slightly less problematic. But I hear people who definitely blow on the horn of like AI art should be completely abolished or has no genuine use case. And I definitely don't agree there. I think there are some interesting or genuine use cases. In fact, if I can present one as an idea that some people might not have thought of.
Of course.
A little bit of personal backstory, promise it helps. I was married for a few years until last year. I got divorced from my partner last year. Mostly amicable divorce, but we got through it. I eventually wound up moving. And I used AI art as a tool for therapy purposes. It was very therapeutic to think of scenarios or instances and of like emotions and being able to express that through art. Even if I didn't have the talent to make or draw, specific pictures or certain things, I could just spill my heart out onto a page, and there you go. I got a picture that like reflected my emotions, and I kind of kept an emotional like AI art diary of how I was feeling from day to day, and I could track my mood that way. And I found that very cathartic and therapeutic, getting my emotions out instead of letting them fester and having a visual representation of what I was feeling. That would be one of my I think you could use AI art for therapy or therapeutic purposes. I'm definitely a firm believer behind that because of how it helped me.
Of course.
So I know AI art is still a spicy topic, but
it's so spicy, especially with like you get into the whole VTubing market, and especially with like just art and like with concept art and everything. It's like, oh, it gets really spicy so fast on that top. Oh, it gets so bad.
Yeah, like how much is too much, or are you allowed to use any, or
how much is original and how much is AI?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah.
So, even if you draw like a reference picture and then use AI to enhance it, like Ship a Theseus situation, how much can you change from it before it's no longer the original thing?
I'm still on the fence, very in the middle. Certain things like I'm very like pro AI tools. As a video editor and as people, like one of like a really also creative person like a lot of other people and other content creators, I have strong opinions about the whole AI situation and topic. But it's like, it's just complicated. We just have to learn to grow alongside it and not, like let it kind of take advantage of like certain industries and things, The video editing market could get bad with AI. Like definitely. Like to an extent, I feel like the video editing market will always have people because I don't think AI could ever replicate someone's brain to an extent of like what something super creative is. Everyone's different, everyone's brain's different of thinking of ideas and how things are supposed to be with certain things, with creative things like editing, what you want to do, everyone thinks differently on that front. Like AI will never be able to replicate that, right? Like I don't think so. Yeah, it's not that good.
Oh yeah, and even the argument could be made like, well, if the AI is designed by humans, then the experience is only limited to what humans could think of. What if we encounter something we have never thought of before?
Oh yeah, and
I mean, sure, there are like the black box style, tell the AI to do something and you just don't, it doesn't say how it got there, so it does some black box mystery magic to do it, and no human understands it. But
really taking a right turn. But same thing with like thinking of like the thought of like Twitter popped in my head, and then once I was like more Twitter stories. Okay, so I was scrolling through Twitter, and the most controversial random crap sometimes is just Elon Musk saying the most random shit. I'm like, what the fuck are you saying, bro? Like, what is it? And then it's just like Mr. Beast slowly falling behind. It's like saying the most bizarre shit to Elon. I'm like, bro, what is going on?
Sometimes it's interesting to like peek into the mind of certain people and be like, what's going on over there? What's going on in their world? But I definitely don't understand the obsessive people. It's like the same with any kind of celebrity. The people who obsess over them. I'm like, are these people really worth that much of your time? Because you only get one life, so...
I mean, time's literally just money in the fact of, like, it's a bitch. Every second literally counts in that fact of, like, every second goes by. Like, the world's never gonna... Harsh reality of the saying of the world's not gonna stop spinning because you're crying. You really just gotta learn to move on. You really do. Like,
time's the only constant that moves forward, so...
We all hate it so much, but it is definitely a thing, Time's just a thing, yeah. But
we'll get time travel, though. Maybe.
Oh,
Not likely.
maybe,
Who knows?
maybe space travel, like way more advanced space travel, like even the whole like Elon Musk thing of like, oh, let's go to Mars, guys. We're gonna be on Mars at like 2026 or something. I don't fucking know. Like, when are we going to Mars? Like,
Have you heard of the Fermi paradox? The Fermi paradox. I want to say I'm saying the right thing. So someone's going to correct me if I'm wrong, and that's fine. The Fermi paradox is tied into the question of why haven't we seen alien life? Like, at this point, given the number of planets in the galaxy, I promise it relates to VR. I'll come back to it. But like, why in this vast galaxy of planets, why haven't we seen alien life? And it goes through a lot of different options of like, oh, because species destroy themselves due to like war, or because space travel is extremely, extremely costly and hard. Or personally, like my favorite, which is the space cost is hard, but it is infinitely cheaper to, I mean, look where we are. We're on a beach. We're in virtual sand. It is infinitely easier to create virtual environments to mimic things like space and different atmospheres than it is to actually travel in space. And so space exploration is extremely cool and very fascinating, and there's a lot of potentials for research and development in science to help back on Earth and other practical applications. But I don't know about things like light speed travel or like massive space exploration. I think at some point, from a purely economic cost perspective, I would think our species would look at me like, it is way cheaper to just mimic space out here, staring at
oh, in the virtual world, 100%.
staring at sand on a desert planet. Yeah, and so we just wouldn't put as much money into space exploration. Sorry, NASA. I realize you're struggling for money as it is, but
I mean, they really are. I mean, the fact of like,
as the tech gets better.
oh yeah, but like, space is also such an interesting topic. I love space. I mean, I was the type of kid to watch like the Cosmos with Neil deGrasse Tyson as the kid. I love that. It was great. It was great. But like, space exploration and quote, space is infinite. Do you think space is infinite? I mean, a lot of people, it's like, we've never found the end of it, so apparently it goes on forever. Like,
If you draw parallels with time and think time's going to constantly go forward and go on forever, no one has a set date for the heat death of the universe yet, so.
I mean, yeah, how long has the sun been and the Earth been? It's like 4.7 billion years, something like that.
I mean, shoot, it was just today, right? NASA, their Voyager 1 probe, they lost contact with it in November.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
like on the way, that's like beyond our universe.
Oh.
Well, apparently, finally, they pushed a code update that they're starting to get data back from it again.
That's really cool.
Yeah, very limited data, and it's still like, this is a probe we launched like decades ago into the vast edges of space, and we're still getting data back from it.
And it's like, we're probably not getting
So-
that back, right? Yeah.
Certainly not. Like, that probe is lost to the eons of time. Which is fine, that's what they planned for, but...
I really want to
Still.
get into this, but like the fact of like really shifting a little bit from space, but it'll go back to space a little bit. The concept of time being immortal, even with infinite life, but it's the fact of like the would you rather, like if you had the option of like being, like the whole just like people of like thinking of like, oh, I like don't want to leave because it's the harsh fact of like most people just stay. We're literally only maybe around for like 100 years. It's crazy, and it's just like the fact of like, since we're only around for 100 years, even, you really have to spend your time wisely. But the concept of what if you didn't, though? Like, what if there was that one person, just that one random person that was like, well, I'm kind of just existing, I'm just here. I can't die, I'm just like vibing. But it's like the worst thing ever, right? It's literally the worst thing ever. Because it's the fact of like, you would literally watch everyone not be there no more. You would literally watch the whole planet just disappear, the sun explode, drift through the edges of space for eternity, and it's like, that's just not cool. Like, I can't even imagine that, like.
Oh, but it's a once-in-a-lifetime experience!
But,
who
like,
else
come-
gets to see them?
But like, you're around forever, and it's like you're just drifting, and then like, what if you find another planet or something, or you meet so much new people, but it's just an endless cycle of going through that and re-experiencing that, and it's crazy, right? Like, that's what would happen.
Yeah, like, it would be different if, say, you were some sort of entity, like a supercomputer AI that could store all of that information, everything you're processing, remember everything, and just constantly grow and grow. Like, we have shit like Dunbar's number to worry about. Dunbar's number is 150, like supposedly the maximum amount of human connections a single person can maintain. And like, you're gonna remember things, you're gonna forget things, assuming you're still limited by like a human mind. There's only so much you can take. And I personally think even for a being that could live forever, I think eventually they'd be like, you know, I've seen all I want to see. I'm good. I'm a click out.
I feel like they're just gonna like you know,
a
just
limit to
like
the amount of experiences. Yeah.
oh yeah, like it's just that cycle though of it's the infinite cycle of you're just repeating after repeating, and it's gonna become numb to it in
Yeah.
a billion years or something,
you're
or
gonna-
you know how much time, right?
Yeah, I saw this 3,000 years ago. I saw this 12 million years ago. You know, you'll just
Yeah.
eventually be like, oh, what now? Surprise me. You can't.
I've seen. It's like, what can you do when you've literally seen? It's such an interesting
could
topic,
watch
though.
it
I was
again?
like,
Really?
oh yeah, I was like, it's like, I've seen this movie 12 billion times. Like, what else am I gonna?
I suppose you can think about like the infinite pathways of like, well, there's a version of me that did these things in this order versus this order, or met this
Oh,
person
yeah.
instead of that person.
Or
and,
like the whole
you know,
like like quantum physics, and just like the whole like, oh my god, there's infinite timelines and there's infinite realities and everything, and it's like, what if this happened in this timeline or this happened in this one? And it's like, if I never did, for example, if Kaiyo never downloaded Vrchat or like even started YouTube 6 years ago, what timeline would that be? Like, there's so much infinite
Yeah.
possibilities of what the is going to happen, you know?
Yeah, single points. I always find it, I found it interesting too. I thought about this the other day. Everyone always thinks of like they're at a decision, like making a crucial decision point, and they're like, okay, there are infinite pathways sputtering off from this decision. Infinite branches, infinite
Oh, yeah.
possibilities, choose your own adventure. But if you think about infinite universes and infinite timelines, that means there are an infinite number of possibilities that converge to get to your current moment. So you could have gotten, I could have gotten here talking to you on this podcast, having just met you a week ago or 10 years ago, or, you know, infinite possibilities
Yeah.
that led us to here. You know, maybe
Or
we can say, okay, there
say-
had to be some predetermined
things that would
things
happen to
to-
lead up to that moment. Or even like, hell, like if I never, for example, like, would I be really, really good friends with Tizzy if I, for example, never walked up to her that one fateful day and like talked to her? Or like the fact of like just overcoming certain fears, or just like doing stuff like, for example, when would I have met Bradley, for example? This is a perfect example of like, I was just on one night chilling, like I request off Azeel or Orange Man as I usually do. Literally, fully random. Like, just request off Azeel, join Exoplanet Journey, we're all hanging out. Brad's just there. You know, if I never did that, when would I have met Brad, right? Like, it's just the possibilities of being somewhere at the right time and what can possibly happen and if you didn't do that, right?
Think of like the single timeline of your existence, and like all the pathways that not only could just branch off but then back into each other. Subtle changes that you don't think would alter the master timeline, or whatever you want to call it.
But then it's
The main
also
timeline.
that thing of like, with all these different timelines, it's the whole fucking Spider-Verse fucking thing of like, oh, what if I interrupted this thing that's just supposed to happen? Fucking Canada event, holy shit, right? It's like, what if you interrupted that and then something else is just like fucking screwed, you know? It's like the whole like theory of canon events and everything else, and things that was actually the big overarching thing that was supposed to happen, but what if you stopped that, you know? And what would happen? It's crazy.
To some degree, I think that gets into like main character syndrome, which is the you think you're more important than you actually are.
Imposter syndrome,
else
or,
is it?
or the, I call it the main MC, you know, the main MC syndrome. You're not the main character, okay? We might be some sort of, everyone here is some sort of main character in their own life, because everyone's life is different, but the fact of like, your life is not an anime, chill, okay?
You're the main character in your own story, but there's like 50 billion stories going on in the background.
Oh, yeah.
A bazillion, an infinitesimal. I don't know. Who knows?
What if you could go check all those other timelines? You know, it's like, I don't know, like you would possibly screw up something too, because if you interrupted something, it's like the past future thing, right? If you interrupt something in the past, something could
The butterfly
mess
effect,
up,
yeah,
and then and
ricochets
it's like
forward and-
the theory of the could have possibly another timeline would not have purple hair, would have blue hair.
I
Yeah.
was originally going to be a redhead, and then I switched to purple. Or there's a timeline where this is my podcast and I'm interviewing you.
Oh, totally.
Think about
Or it's
that.
like totally just flipped. and it's like it's the it's the VCast. Like oh totally.
Oh, I mean that makes sense. I would be a VTuber.
Oh wait, that would be so cool. Come on, that'd be so cool. Oh my god, that'd be so sick.
Oh god.
It, it's so cringe, but it works so well. The first VTuber.
I play VR. My PC at one point was named VR, and if I have to put in like a last name for certain places, I'll just put my name V and then R as last name.
Oh my god, that's so
It's
good.
VR. That's who I am.
Yeah. No, it's just VEER.
Yeah, exactly. VR.
And then you're like, it's not pronounced Virdo, it's VR.
VR, yes. Oh, but I probably pronounce it wrong anyways. You know, I called it the Vive for the longest time. Not
Really?
the Vive, the Vive.
The V.
Yeah.
Where'd that come from? Just like random?
I don't know. I probably heard anyone say it, and so I just saw it and was like, it's the Vive.
It's the No, it's the Valve D-card. It's not that.
Yeah, the D-card. Something's pronunciation. I don't know if it's like my Midwest upbringing in the States, but
Pronunciation's weird. It's the same thing with Pokemon names of how some people say Rayquaza versus Rayquaza. It's
linguistics.
it's just pronunciation things, you know, or it's
Kyogre versus Kogri or whatever.
Kyogre versus Kaiyo. Some people say Gyarados. It's not Gyarados, it's Gyarados.
It's pronounced GIF versus GIF.
It's so stupid. Just pronunciation sucks. I hate it. Like it really gets on my nerves even more when people are in like very like on purposely pronouncing something wrong. Like that's like oh my god, it's like they know they're doing
Just
it
to,
wrong.
Like, grate on your ears, like
Yeah, it's like oh my god. My mom does
how they
that
get you,
every
bro.
time with Pokemon. I swear to God, she's doing it on purpose. I swear to God, it's so annoying.
Aw.
My mom's playing Pokemon Go, and then she always pronounces something wrong. I'm like, I'm out of here. I'm like,
Yeah. But then you have people who pronounce things or use common pronunciations enough where it just takes root. I know sometimes say root takes root as just common lexicon, like how we call them Band-Aids or Kleenex, or you Google something. I'm gonna Google it on DuckDuckGo or Bing.
Okay, wait, was there a thing with Bing with AI too? Wasn't that a thing, or was something with Bing with AI now? Something with that? I heard something about that.
Bing- I mean, they all have like their AI things, like
Yeah.
Google's is Gemini and Microsoft's is Bard through Bing. They have their own like built-in free models that you can play with and use in their search, which Google search nowadays it's filled with AI nonsense.
Oh, like
My personal experience.
I don't think
at least.
anyone uses Chrome anymore. Like, can we be straight up? Like, Chrome is so ass. It takes up so much RAM. It's terrible. No one uses fucking Google or Chrome. It's so bad.
Firefox for life.
You're a Firefox, really? Really?
There are some crypto browsers that kind of try and make their headway, but yeah, I tried Opera GX a long time ago, but I never could get into it. But yeah, even privacy and other stuff.
I use
Firefox
GX.
or offshoot variants.
I think it's all right. I mean, the only reason why I like,
yeah, I was gonna
I
say.
mean, yeah, the only reason why I like Opera GX is because you exit out and it saves all your tabs. I just have all my stuff there. It's pretty nice. It's pretty cool.
Nice.
It's just that one convenient thing. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Because I'm one of the people. It's like I'm like, oh, I gotta open up all my tabs again. It's like it'll take like 3 minutes, but it's like I gotta open up like all the usual tabs I like
It's 3
having
minutes
open.
of your time, like.
No, I like having
You have
all
other
the
shit to
usual
do.
tabs I have open, and it's like, oh, if it's like just there, it's like, oh, I could edit my Google Doc, or I could check YouTube stats, or just play a Eurobeat song that I saved, or something, you know, like.
Yeah, exactly. I try to be as much as possible. Open source.
Oh
free
yeah.
software.
Things, yeah. You thoughts on
Yeah,
Linux?
so Firefox, Ubuntu, because I'm a basic Linux user, as opposed to my partner who like builds Arch.
What?
Linux. I'm not
The
like a diehard Linux person, but yeah.
My shout out to Firo Maya, but like Maya, we got to get you on here to talk about Linux. I don't know anything about Linux. You're gonna have to
boy.
explain. You're gonna explain to the audience. I don't know anything about Linux. I don't know.
boy.
Yeah. like,
Oh boy.
she specifically reps
Like-
a group in VRchat called Linux VRC or something because she plays VRC.
I was gonna say, yeah, I
Linux.
know
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
one or
it's-
two Linux groups
yeah.
that float around. Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
it's good.
there are limits though.
but
I
it's
mean,
like-
it's fine.
I think open source content, going into open source content is good. Like, especially with like, okay, like there's the whole theory with like, oh my god, they're collecting your data, your eye tracking data, and it's like this, and this is the whole thing. But like half the time, and even other content creators like Boneless VR and a bunch of other people, and like people are like, oh, what the fuck are they gonna do with your eye tracking information? It's like doesn't matter. Apparently, like a bunch of people like, oh, your eye track data doesn't matter. So it's like, I mean, that's why eye track VR was made too, of like the open source eye tracking software, right? And then it's like, it's either that or a Quest Pro or a fucking shitty Varjo. You know, the Varjos are terrible. Oh my fucking god, they're so bad. They're so uncomfortable and they're way too expensive.
I had a friend who had an Arrow 3, not an Arrow 3,
Arrow.
and just the Arrow, and
Yeah.
was like, yep, it's really clarity, but
It's
like,
good.
very
Oh, but those,
uncomfortable.
oh
Once
my
they got
god.
beyond,
No,
they were
okay.
like, oh, thank
Here's what I
goodness.
call them. The aspherics? No, that's not aspheric. Those are aspheric lenses. They're fucking ass. They're terrible. They're heavy. They're heavy. They add weight to the HMD. They're fucking thick as bricks. They're terrible. Just use pancake lenses. Just use pancake lenses.
But yeah, open source where possible, at least.
Also, just general VR things with software. Like, a lot of software is terrible. Speaking of software, Pimax stuff coming. Oh no. Brad did a live stream on all the new Pimax stuff, and I was like, oh, here we go again. And literally every time I think about Pimax, I'll put it right here in post. It's like just that one Thrill Seeker clip.
Hi! Here at Pimax, we're pioneering VR 5.0. 3 and 4.0 with our new Pimax 40 8K headset featuring 24 2K displays. This headset is going to boldly go where no one has gone before. Now with our proprietary IGJBM displays, VR is going to be indistinguishable from reality. Featuring every type of tracking you can imagine: face, eye, leg, toe. Your entire body is going to be tracked, and we're releasing it next year. All you have to do is buy our current headset that we haven't been able to sell because we haven't fixed all these problems it has.
Hey guys, we here at Pimax, we're trying to revolutionize VR. We have the new fucking Pimax Crystal 8K fucking fuck you looking at 6000. Today we are bringing tracking, fucking everything new tracking. It's like the most fucking whack fucking Pimax commercial. Their commercials are always so fucking whack. I'm like, jeez, it.
Yeah, but you know, there are enthusiasts who love it. I forget who I was talking to. I had a friend that was like, FOV is their like huge like holy grail, and they were going to take a Pimax with their huge FOV. Never mind the headset comfort and stuff. Like,
I mean, the FOV is good.
I understand it,
but it's like the same thing of like what could have been with other HMDs, right? Of like Lionel Anton with the whole like what could have been with the Star VR, which was better, by the way, or what could have been with wide FOV headsets and certain things with the Star VR 1, which never came to be, and like everything, how Star Breeze and everything fell through and everything all those years ago. But the fact of like what could have been a competitor with Pimax, because what Pimax and everyone says about Pimax is there's so much distortion. Yeah, and it's like, I guess, but it's like, are you really gonna wear that hammerhead motherfucking thing when you're trying to play competitive Beat Saber? It's like, no! Or Pavlov, you're aiming like this shit, it's like you're whipping your head around, it's like, Jesus, thing's heavy.
I had a friend who talks about they exclusively use VR when they're like lying down. So,
What?
like the weight of the headset, it doesn't matter as much. Yeah, so they use like Horizon Adjust, and they play VR chat usually while lying down. So
Doesn't
no need for
meta
full
headsets
body,
have that new
but
thing that have like you can lie down and it's like fine or something like that? Is a new meta thing. Like,
something like that.
Yeah.
Everyone's got their niche. Everyone's got their preferences, and
I mean, that's what
everyone's
standable's for,
enthusiastic
right?
about,
$20 is $20. Like, I'm not spending that on standable. Like, maybe, like, but $20 is $20. Like,
Well, the tech's just gonna get better and better. I have
Oh,
that
yeah.
on I'm not on Twitter. I'm mostly on Blue Sky, but I definitely you can like customize and make specific feeds, and I have a VR feed, and the enthusiasts won't acknowledge like the limitations of VR, like the motion sickness and other stuff, and the cumbersome headsets.
oh
and I'm like,
my god, the motion
we do
sickness
talk about
topic.
it now, but it
Oh,
is
yeah.
gonna get better.
Pancake lenses and everything has their positives. Like using a Quest 3, like for oh my god, I'm gonna out our original episode how I ranted about how the Quest 1 was so it's fucking terrible. It's on the wall of shame. I hate it. I'm using a Quest 3. It's just better. There, I got my rant out. Effing shit. Moment of silence for the Quest 1.
Previously tried to sell me on buying a Quest 1 as the best
Moment,
headset ever.
moment of silence for the Quest 1. It had its life, okay? The Quest 3 is just better. It was a good HMD. Not a good run. It's been around for 4 or 5 years now.
Okay, there are obviously like bad products, but the Quest 1 was a good product for its time.
Oh yeah.
Certainly.
Oh yeah,
I definitely would
pioneered
not
so much
knock
stuff.
it.
I really like it. I don't get any eye strain anymore. I'm very happy. Okay, the Quest 2, terrible. The fucking single panel looking ass. It's fucking wasting so much goddamn pixels. It's single panel. It's LCD. The resolution's dog shit.
It's how you wanted. It's how you wanted it this deep end the episode, right? You wanted to see ranting about VR hardware.
Okay, where do you really think VR is going in like 5, 10 years? Where will we be? Definitely nowhere near full dive. Holy nowhere near. No.
No, there's.
No.
I mean, we only just now have like the first human Neuralink patient. Skepticism about a company run by Elon Musk aside, impressive what they can do. So deep dive stuff, not. The transhumanist to me is like, acceleration tech, maybe 10 years.
Maybe.
Optimist. 5 years would be extremely optimistic, but not out of the realm of possibility. Like, I'm
mean,
never
it's
gonna
been,
for
what?
sure say, no, it's not gonna happen in 5 years.
Oh yeah, it's been like what, 5 or 10 years since just VR developing. It's like,
Yeah, I mean, like,
Yeah.
the index is what, 5 years old, and now I have a big screen beyond, so, like, obviously form factor is massively improving. Small headsets, comfy maxi here. But that aside, like, I don't know, I think we're just gonna get cheaper, hopefully smaller. I don't know. I mean, I guess if we're going to push against, like, thermal limitations, like, with processors and, like, building things on a nanometer scale and hitting things like quantum tunneling, I don't know if...
I don't know about that. Like, maybe, like, small... I mean, how can you get smaller than the Beyond? Like maybe glasses? Like, what are we going to get to next? Like, the Beyond's, like, this small, and it's 127 grams, and that bitch still needs a top strap. Like, damn.
The Beyond is dimensions, like, width, height, smaller than an Index motherboard. I know.
That thing can fit in the eye box of a goddamn Quest 2. It's the size of a goddamn banana.
It's great. I think if anything, there might be sacrifices elsewhere. Like, before I learned about the Beyond, I said, I'm like, give me a Quest. Like, same Quest visuals, like that pixel dimension and stuff. Give me a Quest in a much smaller or not a Quest, I'm sorry, an Index. Give me something that has Index visuals in a smaller form factor, and I'm sold. Like, done, like, easy.
Index visuals, higher resolution though. Please, the Index is lacking high
resolution,
res. Yeah, slightly high. At least, like, tell me the Index wouldn't be God tier if it had at least like an 18, or it's 1400 by 1600.
1440 by 900 or something. Yeah.
14. Yeah, it was the same as the Quest
huge.
1. Yeah, no, it's like, I mean that resolution tech is like.
Yeah,
4 or 5
but, like,
years
I
old
didn't
now.
need, like, I'd have been fine. The Beyond has extremely good visuals, but I would have been fine with lower quality for an even lighter headset. Yeah. I would have been fine with lower, though, for an even smaller, more comfortable headset, honestly.
In the final Thrill Seeker review, though, even to push that, you need a beefy computer to run that full 2560 by 2560. Like, damn, like.
You do, yeah. I keep it, my Steam, I'm gonna check really quick. My, like, resolution per eye, I keep it, like, 50%, which is right at 2560 by 2560.
I crank it a little bit.
Super sample way higher.
Yeah. I mean, the percentage of it is, like, I think it's at, like, what's mine at? Like, definitely at a something. My resolution.
Honestly, I drop it even lower sometimes, because it's still, the lowest for the Beyond at
custom
20%
resolution multiplier, right? It's a 3024 by 3264, 160%, or like the whole percentage slider thingy.
Like, I dropped mine to 20%, which is about 1600 by 1600.
Yeah.
And that's better than the Index, and things look good.
I mean, the Quest 3 visuals
I'm pretty happy with that.
Great. Like the edge-to-edge clarity with pancake lenses, the resolution of 2064 by 2208. I think I'm on the dot with the 2064 by 2208 resolution on the Quest 3, which is really good. Yeah, like the Quest 3 is great. The only thing that the Quest 3 would have been done better with is if they release the Quest 3 Pro version if they release one with eye tracking and OLED screens. People would so buy that.
The Quest 3 is not OLED?
It's LCD.
It's LCD. Interesting.
Yeah. Dual LCD, so it is better.
I was gonna say, yeah, there are trade-offs.
I mean, yeah.
There are definitely
I mean,
trade-offs.
there's definitely trade-offs, but like the virtual would not be so much more immersive with even the Quest Pro. People say it's really good too with the what is it? The Quest 3 doesn't even have local dimming, like the Quest Pro. The Quest Pro quote is lower resolution at like an 18 something by 1920, right? Which is not bad at all. But like the pancake, you still get the pancake lenses, and then you still get the. Then you get the what I just said earlier with the Quest Pro. But the Quest Pro is yeah, it's good. But oh yeah, it's just I don't know. Like the local dimming makes the colors better. I don't know. Like I might just get a Quest Pro because I kind of want to finish my collection. I mean, I have the standalone timeline collection of the Oculus Go, the Quest 1, the Quest 2, the Quest 3. I'm just missing a Quest Pro.
Round it out, yeah.
Oh
No,
yeah, I just need the Quest Pro. I'm missing one. Like
I'm sure there will definitely be like a market for them as another Quest Pro comes out or something along those lines.
oh yeah, Meta's definitely probably releasing something with better face tracking or something in like the next 2 to 3 years. You know, definitely.
Like as technology gets better and better, in theory, you hope that the products get better and also last longer, have longer
yeah.
durability. But
Pray that they get better
manufacturers
battery.
gotta keep you coming back for more.
You know, like
You know.
let's pray, but it's probably not. Like each of the fucking VR headsets or the portable ones, Quests and everything are hovering around maybe 2 hours of battery life, which is horrendous without in battery packs and everything. Like maybe in the battery pack, because these little fuckers are power hungry. Like even the battery pack, the hot swappable Bobo ones are only
yeah.
pushing the 5,000 ones are only pushing like 2 hours, maybe. Like these little fuckers are power hungry, especially the Quest 3.
Oh yeah, I wish they would move the batteries off the headset themselves.
Oh,
and,
no,
like,
we are
onto like
oh
a
my-
side thing. You
We
don't want to
need
do the
that.
Apple Pro
We need
puck
that.
style?
We need that.
But
we
we need
need.
that.
Oh no, we need the fucking battery out of the HMD. Get that battery fucking out of there. We need it on a side. It's not okay, people. It's not even that bad. Stop being a little bitch. The battery on the side of the headset is good. You have multiple of them. Hot swappable. Charge them. You could also, since it has a USB port possibly on it, you could get another battery pack, which is like a 20,000 milliamp battery pack. Plug that into that one so it's charging that one while it's plugged into the headset. You don't die. It's better. You reduce weight. It's not in the goddamn HMD. We need that. 100%.
I'm definitely in the camp. Or even like put the battery on the back somehow. Like do better weight
Like the
distribution.
Like the
That's why
Pro.
the Quest 2.
Yeah, or something.
Yeah, like the Pro, or like ergonomics. People, come on.
Comfort's really important. Also, we are talking about this. Even Apple fucked up. Okay, the knit band. I've tried the Vision Pro. It's very comfortable up until an hour later. You're wearing that It's like 600 grams. That thing's full ass glass. Like it's heavy. Like okay, it's good 1 hour later after the demo. It's like, oh, this thing is weighing. That thing is. Why do you include no top strap? What the fuck? Companies, but you better start including comfortable top straps and shit out of the box. It comes with the thing. It's bad. And I called out Marquez on this one. He said it was good. It's fucking ass. It doesn't even hug the back of your head, okay? Marquez is not even that good. The one that comes with the headset is shit. Okay, you have to get
But it looks good.
The aesthetic. Come on, what the fuck? Okay, it's uncomfortable. Okay, it's a piece of fabric. It looks like a thong. It's like the Quest 3 strap.
Oh, I agree. I do agree. I am definitely comfort over. I will take a silly top strap. I don't. Who else is gonna be looking at me when I'm wearing a VR headset anyway?
I mean, true, but
This
you
is
know
gonna be me.
I guess, but the knit band though, like what Bradley and everyone's doing, even with Thrillseeker, what everyone's doing. You're smart about the Vision Pro, and if you use it a lot, and Bradley fucking sold all his goddamn monitors, and he's full fucking goddamn spatial computing motherfucker. He has no monitors. He's full committed, full Apple Vision Pro, spatial computing workflow. I mean, totally. Like, man sold his car by the Vision Pro. I was there. We were chilling at the Great Pug. Vision Pro pre-order night. Brad, did you sell your car to get this? Yes, he sold his car to get the fucking headset. Like, what the hell? Like, Brad. Also, he sacrificed 1 month of food and 1 month of food and transportation to buy a $3,500, $4,000 VR headset. Food and transportation's better than a $4,000 VR headset.
People have made made worse financial decisions. I should know I work in crypto.
God damn, V. Be careful with the crypto. We're not okay. We're not talking about the fucking
Wait,
Dogecoin, okay? Okay, no.
We don't have to go into it.
No, we're
We
not
don't have to
talking
go
about
into it.
Okay, but the thing with crypto of like I watched a Michael Reeves video of like the whole stock trading fucking crypto like Michael Reeves is a great guy. His videos are so funny. But the whole like, oh, I got my goldfish to trade stocks for me, and it's like, oh, it's buying like Boeing and all this other shit, and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck all this crap is. I'm like, I'm just here for the fish, man. Yeah, and I don't understand all that
The
crap.
technology we live in.
Yeah. Is crypto even doing well still? I thought Bitcoin crashed.
For a few years.
I thought Bitcoin crashed.
I don't really pay attention anymore myself, and I work in
Yeah, I mean, like, I even heard Mr. Beast talk about it. Like, when crypto exploded, he said on a podcast one time, he put $100,000 into crypto. It exploded. He had pretty much everything he had. It was $2 million. He once had someone break into his house, and he literally, like a dumbass motherfucker. Mr. Beast told himself he was a dumb. He had his fucking crypto code just on his laptop, just a password and his code on the laptop. And I'm like, bro, what is that? Bro, took his laptop. You know, he's crying, bawling, logs in on his main desktop and is like, please be there, please be there, please be. It's there, and luckily it was there. Like, that robber's fucking stupid for not stealing that crypto money, you know? It's just transfer that crypto money, you know? It's $2 million.
Oh, boy. Yeah, we don't have to talk about it that much, God.
I mean, the whole other joke.
Do a podcast and talk with industry people, and we hate talking about it. I wake up and tell my roommates who also work in the industry, and like, what kind of clown out news is going on this time?
What's going on with Wall Street bets? Oh god, it's such a disaster. Oh my god.
Hyper-financialization was a mistake. Not everything needs to be tokenized or... I mean,
that whole market's crazy. Or same with the NFT thing.
Particularly fond opinions, but anyways.
Like the whole like market with the NFT thing that happened in 20. So much celebrities got fucked over by the NFT thing. It's also the same kind of topic on like, oh, like how much do you actually own? Right, of like digital content, right? Because the whole like thing with like, what is it? One example of Funimation shutting down, right? Oh, you had your digital content on there, you had all your other stuff. Funimation just shuts down. It's like, well, hey, we're moving you over to Crunchyroll for twice the price, and you have to do this now. And it's like, fuck that. It's like, no.
And not everything's moving over. Some content is not being saved.
Oh yeah, same with that. Or even it's like
DVD extras or. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Or same thing with, like, the metaverse of, like, oh, we have, like, Gucci shit or, like, digital clothes and all this stuff. Or, like, other, like, the whole, like, Ready Player One, like, oh, like, what can you buy? But what do you actually own, though? You know? It's like, you really don't? It's crazy. Digital content, all that bullshit, you know? Yeah.
Well, that gets into things like ownership and how much power is given to owners versus... I don't know, lots of,
Oh yeah, companies being greedy and all that, and then like the whole like
corporate
not even just
like
metaverse thing.
Being greedy too.
Yeah.
Well, yes, that, but like, especially recognizing the trade-offs of being on like an open, well, I say open, but like community-run and driven platform like this one, like the
Trans Academy had amazing. Yeah. Like with the fact of like
when the
whole
Trans Academy
theory.
had their last Trans Day of Visibility raid, we had a really popular trans Karin avatar that a lot of people used, and it was poor rated and it was cute. The like pink and blue one.
Yeah, the really popular one.
The day after, it's gone. The owner took it down.
Really?
Yeah. No.
Did that actually happen?
It's gone.
It's fully gone.
It's gone. So I went on a crusade to find a couple other ones that I could, favorite at least for the time being. But yeah.
Well, no, it's also that thing of like people love that avatar. It's just gone now. Got yeeted into the fucking shadow realm. It's not here anymore.
Community owned I almost wish that like, I don't know. Like I know Vrchat had like the avatar thing for like designing new public ones a while back, and like they had a contest and submitted entries. But I wish people could just like openly submit and publish like an avatar, and they're like, if you really want it to be open in public, fine, it'll be open in public. But I don't know. It's the balance between like I respect people having their right to choose later, like no, I don't want it public anymore. But if you made it public to start with,
and then making it private, and then the whole thing, yeah, I guess, and then the whole thing of like, it's just encouraged to like get people to like encourage people of like, oh, go out and make your own, like get a base like Lasusha or something, or just go make a little bit of a custom like version of that avatar, like even do like just add outfits or do like find an avatar that quote speaks to you in the virtual world, that looks like you even, or that like matches your personality or something like. That whole thing of like, it's so encouraged for people to go out of their way to do that and start uploading their avatars. I mean, Yeah, and then like I guess it is part of the Vrchat's past and culture with the whole like meme culture with like the publics and everything, and like of course I think it's still funny with certain stuff and certain jokes and certain bits that go on, but you know like one of my favorite public avatars is literally just a random standard Rindo avatar with brown hair and a Bunnings warehouse fucking overalls and a red shirt. You know, it's so simple, but like it's so good.
Might be tricky, but with like creator economy and being able to like, you know, can you purchase avatars using creator economy yet?
I don't think
Can
so.
people
I
put
mean,
avatars
also
I know you can get like world perks, but
really putting this out there though, the creator economy. I know they were trying to do something with that, with the whole like giving money back to creators. It's really doing nothing though. Like I'll say this, like I mean, talk to Teachable, it's like the whole meme when it first came up though. It's like, guys, yeah, Vrchat V-Bucks. It's like, no one fucking asked. Like, no one, not the Vrchat V-Bucks.
I mean, it's reducing friction, right? That way you can buy stuff on platform and you don't have to go to a separate website or download things or upload things and whatnot. But and then
It's
just
not
the
really doing that
platform
much,
cut
though.
too.
It's not really doing that much though.
Well, yeah, you know, it's nice to. I think it's there's the option.
Yeah.
Because maybe they do want to support both the creator and Vrchat, and Vrchat's got to make money somehow.
True. I mean, like, it's literally the whole meme of, like, oh, we got Vrchat Plus, that's just Vrchat Battle Pass. Let's go.
Yeah, right.
Yo.
Oh, I mean, you know, I got that to rock that ultra premium Vrchat Plus time clock.
Oh, 100%. Wait, that's Plus? Wait, is that actually only Plus? Is the clock only Plus?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Are you fucking kidding? The little clock here, that's a Plus thing.
Did you not do the April Fools? You click on the clock at the top of the menu, and then you have a bunch of April Fools like clocks to pick from.
Oh, what
The normal
the
clock,
fuck?
the LGBT clock. Have you? Yeah.
Was this always here? I've never clicked
that
that
was an
shit.
April-
Wait, was this always here? What the fuck?
No, this was the April Fool's joke, and then they kept it. Personally, I like that. Is today Thursday? Because it'll be like no, unless it's Thursday, and then it says yes.
Oh, I actually like that one. Like, it's like the large clock is kind of like. I like how it's like normal clock, default boring. Calling people out.
Yeah, right, exactly. Oh, there's so many good clocks here.
Default boring. Ultra premium time. Oh, yeah, we got that yellow, piss yellow time, guys. Let's go.
See? Yeah. And that one it literally only works if you have VRC Plus, otherwise it's
Really?
broken.
That's crazy.
But all the others everyone else can use.
Way too
Oh,
large.
so good stuff.
The way too large clock is funny as shit. Holy. Oh my god,
I'm
that's
surprised
so
you
good.
didn't know, so I'm glad I got to
Is it Thursday? No.
introduce it to you.
It's just
Yeah,
no.
no.
Just no. Broken clock. These are so good. What the fuck? I'm using a large clock. I mean, it's a little bigger, but like, thank God for my eyesight. That's been a thing for almost a month now. I never knew anything. No one talked about it. I didn't know about it because no one talked about it.
I was gonna say, I don't remember if they put out like an announcement video, but
I
it was
didn't
an
even
April
see
Fool's
anything about
joke,
it.
And then they kept
I
it.
think they just put it in as like a joke. Like I didn't even hear like announcement. I was checking. I'm all over Twitter
I
sometimes.
know they
Like
put
I
out a
didn't see.
video explaining
Really?
it. I don't know where they posted it. Yeah, like a
I didn't
jokey
see that.
little. We've unlocked the secrets of time. You guys, we have to ship this, and
didn't
I'll
see
have
that.
to send it to you at some point. But it's good.
Where was I for April 1st? I mean, the only thing I got for April 1st that I was talking about with Diffie was how I clicked on a Honkai Star Rail video and I got Robin rolled. Okay, that's the only thing I got. Like, goddamn.
All sorts
Yeah.
of fun stuff. Got all the hidden stuff and things.
Oh, just
and
the Easter eggs though are great. Yeah. Do you think they're probably never gonna add the whole like Wait, so when you always clicked on the clock, was it always like the whole hour mode time zone thing? Was that always there? Oh, I hate. Okay, can we talk about this? Just really random. I hate 24-hour clock because that's military time, right? I'm so bad with that shit. I fucking hate that. I'm so bad with that. I love 12-hour time. Fuck the military shit. I'm so bad with that time. So bad. Like when only a couple of my friends use it, it's like, oh guys, like let's meet up at like 2100. I'm like, the fuck, it's 2100. Convert it, please. I'm stupid.
Oh, thank God we have tools like our Discord for like Discord timestamp generator.
Oh,
where
it's
you
so
can,
good. Like
post
Akimbo
the
used
time
that.
and yeah.
Akimbo did
Yep.
that for scheduling our.
We-
I'm recording with Akimbo tomorrow. But yeah, like she did the whole
Yep,
Discord
we-
timestamp thing. It was good. It was convenient.
The Academy like exclusively uses it for events and everything.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
great because
So
it's
good.
always correct based on time zones, except for daylight savings time. Ugh, always screws
Oh,
us
yeah.
up. But
God, daylight saving times. When is it? Like, end of the year? Yeah, somewhere like.
well, now,
Okay.
yeah, now that we're
Oh no, we're talking about this. We
In
lost.
or
We so
whatever.
lost an hour. Oh, that's such an effing chat. Oh, we so lost an hour of sleep. I need that extra hour.
We
Okay.
still do it.
It's so helpful. Okay.
Ugh, I'm yawning now because it's sleepy, but
Sleepy hours, yeah, no, but the whole thing of like, do you prefer longer days or the shorter days? Like more sunny in the afternoon, like longer summer days, or the shorter winter days? Some people, because some some of the weird people are like, hey, yo, like I can only fall asleep if it's dark out. So I like winter, you know, like. I don't know, like those people, or the other people is like, I have the opinion of like summer hot, sometimes it's too hot, but since the days are longer, I mean, I can go out to the beach with friends, play volleyball, like the days are longer. You do more things. It's brighter out for longer. You can go on a run at like 7 p.m. and it's fine, and it's still bright out because the sun goes down in an hour, right? Like, yeah, like.
I don't know. I don't know that I particularly, lean a particular way. Enjoy the sun being out for longer, but I was from the Midwest, so I was used to like short winter nights too. I don't know. I guess I could go either way.
Hot or cold? Cold weather's better.
Hot or cold?
Fight me. I will put out my argument. Okay, it's easier to warm up when the cold. Okay,
I
it's easier.
agree.
It's
I would
easier. It's
probably
harder to
lean-
get cool in summer. It's harder to get cool when you're hot.
I would probably lean cold weather too. And really, like the cold,
Especially
the cold
for
is
VR.
Fine. It's the
I-
wind.
Oh,
Ugh.
I'd be shocked if every VR chat player did not choose cold. Guys, we're wearing heavy HMD on our face all day. We want it to be. You don't want that shit to be hot. The summer is coming out. I'm not looking forward to summer. I'm gonna have that fan on full goddamn blast. Okay, it's so hot. I'm not even looking forward to the 90-degree. It's gonna be so bad. I'm not even gonna be able to get VR chat during the day. Oh, it's gonna be so bad.
Boy. I'm like, I'm going to leave my window open, but then the hot air is going to come in, so I'm going to do like a hot air
I
air
never leave
setup.
my
And,
window open in the summer. It's so bad.
Yeah, I'm really glad for this because you seem like you thoroughly enjoy like talking to people and doing these, and I'm really happy you.
They call me a
you have this
professional
kind of
talker for a
passion.
reason. I mean, hey, like, come on, hey guys, like, hey, best professional talker on VR chat.
Undefeated, reigning champion.
Tell me anyone that can go up to a random person and talk to anyone for 4 or 5 hours. I'll wait. I'll wait. Tell me. I'll wait. I'll wait. I'll wait.
Hang on, I think I could think of somebody. Let me think for a
No,
minute.
Yeah, I don't think so. No. I've talked about this in the past too, on the fact of like, it is trainable. Like, of course, like overpowered domain expansion, ADHD, hyperness helps, but like anything is teachable on the fact of anyone can be social. Just gotta learn how to create an algorithm and do
it's a
that.
skill.
Like, yeah,
That's why they call them social skills. Yeah.
no one's born with that. You think someone's born with how to socialize and network? No, that's teachable. You know, yeah. it's
Come right out the gate
experience.
being like, "Hi, how are you?"
Yeah. The greatest talker of all time. Hell, you'd be like the CEO of talking. Like, what the fuck is this? Or what is it? Like the Gen Alphas call it, like the CEO of yapping. I'll see everyone here in the virtual world in the next KaiyoCast episode. Bye. Bye.